Can you briefly introduce yourself and your company, and what's the role you play for your company?
Yeah, so my name is Gene Kim, and I work for Merit CRO. So we're imaging CRO that supports various different indications. My team specifically focus on oncology imaging trials, so we support the response assessment of oncology clinical trials, and then also our team has an ophthalmology and a respiratory divisions that supports the different therapeutic areas too. For my specific role, I work in a medical affairs team to work closely with our key opinion leader, medical experts, radiologists, and nuclear medicine physicians to really come up with the unique challenges that you can see from each different sponsors' research projects, and what are the ways to mitigate and what are the best way to deliver the imaging analysis data to support their efficacy data. So that's what I do. So I work very closely with the operation project management teams and then radiologist team too. Yeah.
Fantastic. And you have a wonderful presentation to the audience in SAPA-GP AC. And your presentation is about the volumetric AI in clinical trial. Can you give like brief introduction or simple term to explain what is volumetric AI to our general audience?
Yeah. So volumetric AI, especially in the neuro-oncology, was my topic to our presentations that happened in the SAPA-GP today. And this is more of how do we really assess the tumor burden or estimate the tumor burden of the patient with the glioblastoma or other types of glioma. And the reason I brought it up is actually glioblastoma and some other brain cancers do maintain very complex lesion morphology. And this can be very hard to really estimate the correct tumor burden. What's the patient current status? Are they actually worsening or are they getting better? And bidimensionals has been traditionally a method to estimate based upon a RANO or also RECIST is a solid tumor. They use the single diameter, but can we actually contour the entire tumor within the skins to estimate what are the actual entirety of the volume, and would that actually serve better imaging biomarker for these patient populations assessing the drug efficacy? And the challenges are, what's the way to contour the lesions? Are we going to have our neuroradiologists sit down, spend many hours contouring hundreds of the patients enrolled in the clinical trials to really quantify the volumes? That's going to be a lot of hours and a lot of resources from the physicians. So the AI is really helping out to capture the initial contouring, and then followed by the radiologist experts to confirm, are those accurate? Are there any small fixes needed? That really streamlines and shortens the time. So that allows a lot of radiologists to spend more time in a different patient for next patients, or can read more patients' cases within the shorter time frame. So that also supports more accuracy and precisions, less variability, as well as the better turnaround time for the reading the data as well. So,
that sounds like it's very competitive tool to compare with traditional methods in the clinical trial.
Yeah.
And what do you see like your volumetric AI in clinical drug development? Any case you want to share to the audience?
Yeah. So right now the volumetrics are something that's coming up in the horizon as the AI gets really better with the performance. Back in the days, the AI didn't exist. It was all manual or some other simpler programmatic algorithms to really contour, and it posed a lot of challenges because it needed still quite a bit of fixes and stuff. But now AI can really do a lot of things pretty accurately. So this will really support the number one is the time spent. The resources are much better used for the radiologist time, faster turnaround, as I mentioned, and then also that complex morphology. And now we can really look into how the volumetric RANO assessment can really predict the overall survival. So we have now more chances to really look into other imaging data to see, is this the 3D volumetric going to serve much better imaging biomarker than the traditional 2D bidimensional, where there could be more variability across different assessors, because that's one of the challenges currently with the bidimensional RANO 2.0. So, and RANO 2.0 acknowledges volumetrics, but the evidence are still a little bit mixed. So is it one the better, or is it one superior than the other method? It's not really well known yet, but there are more data coming out. So there are a couple data and the research that's led by the Dr. Ellingson's group and a radio working group, really looking to what are the more recent data and does that actually support a clinical trial endpoints as a volumetric. So yeah,
Yes.
I recommend taking a look at those publications. It's
Yeah, please read the publications.
Yeah, RANO working group is it's a lot of interesting articles and guidance there. So yeah.
Yeah. So if we want to broaden the use of volumetric AI or other the pretty fashionable to in the clinical trial drug development, you do see some barriers, right?
Yeah.
And can you tell the audience about the biggest challenge or the barrier?
I think one of the biggest barrier right now is the data, because AI needs the data to be trained. So meaning they need to be exposed to a lot of different cases to really be trained to perform better and in a better use case of the AIs. So I think the one challenge is actually a data sharing. So
Data sharing.
yeah, so if there's a large data that we can really train the AIs and really help the AI to perform even better, or looking into the different functioning of the AIs, that'll actually make the AI work so much better than even at the moment when it's working very well. It can really look into different types now. So I think the data sharing is actually one of the barriers for sure. And then also there are some resistance to some people. Maybe they're just a little worried about depending too much on the AI. So it's could be more like a perceptions as well. So that's another thing. And then I think there might be also needing a better guidance from the FDA stance of where does the AI falls under at the moment. So that's another consideration. But I think the industry is moving toward utilizing AI to help the human experts in the industry to fasten up the drug development, not to replace their work. So I think that's still one of the important thing I wanted to just point out. Is really not to replace the human experts, but really to help our work. So yeah.
Yeah, so there are some things that human work cannot be replaced by AI.
I believe so, yeah. But there are things that can really help the other things that AI can really do faster, so that it helps the human work better and more accurate. And now humans can also spend other important time to work on the other clinical trial work as well. So it's more of how do I resource allocate when I have an AI tool and versus when I did not have one. Like a calculator when I was little. Used to do my own calculation, or should I actually spend all day just adding things up by my fingers maybe? So that's a simple analogy.
AI is smarter and faster than humans work.
Yeah.
I agree. Also, Marie's CRO is a sponsorship for SAPA-GP AC. And as a sponsor, what motivates your company to sponsor SAPA-GP?
Yeah, so one of the reasons was we really wanted to come out and meet the industry leaders and other attendees who is leading a lot of different academic researches. And because right now also I want to recognize the Chinese pharmaceutical industry leading a lot of different pipelines from their side. So there are a lot of opportunities for us to really learn what are on the horizon, and then what are the ways to connect and collaborate. Because I think clinical trial is such a complex project that one single person cannot really operate. So the collaboration is really important. So yeah, I'm very happy and be honored to be here to really connect with a lot of different people around here and learn about their research projects and what clinical pipelines they have. Yeah.
Thanks for the sponsorship again. And what are the, like, last question, what's your advice or insight to the next generation or who haven't been inside this field or who hasn't joined the SAPA-GP, recommend to come here, listen to your presentation?
Oh yeah, because there's wonderful speakers that the SAPA-GP really invited, and I looked into those presentation lineups, and those really are very scientifically and medically insightful. So that really broaden up your horizon of like what you know and what you don't know. So I think there's like a lot of learning opportunities, and then there's like a lot of attendees coming here really giving you an opportunity to connect with the different researchers, clinicians, industry leaders. So really talking to them, learning. This is the place where you get I call it a free consultation. Like all the questions that you have in mind, this is the place where you just connect and mingle and then find the right people to really ask your questions, get more insights, because that's where SAPA-GP really brings a lot of different peoples to really discuss, challenges and what are the things that we need to discuss. So, I highly recommend, attending other SAPA. Yeah, I actually went to the one in JP Morgan one. So yeah, that was also very good. So it's really the place where it might be a place, if you're in your office, it's hard to connect with those peoples, but this is really the opportunity to, talk to them in person and then bring your questions, concerns, get some more insights. Yeah, that's why I like, these type of conference where people allow us to be in person together to talk about the things. Yeah.
Sounds great. Hope you can join next year as well.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, we just need to know what other chapters are there, so we'll be happy to attend those things too. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
All right.